Hey, happy Saturday, everyone. I'm going to depress you all this morning. I'm going to do a video about introspective music. I am going to be 72 years old on the 23rd of June, and I find myself as the years go by kind of reminiscing in my head a little bit about old friends and people who've left us and people who are still here and the joy of having a granddaughter and family. And even yesterday, for some strange reason, I Googled a picture of my childhood home and see if it came up. I put the address in, and there it was. Looks pretty much the same as it did when I was a kid, but just stuff like that. So that made me think of introspective music, musicians who make albums, either looking at life, death, taxes, marriage, divorce, all the stuff that we all deal with through our journey here. And so I pulled out a few, and most of these are kind of depressing, but they're all what I consider introspective records. So let's get well, there's no joyful ones in here. So first of all, how about David Bowie? Man, you get told you've only got a short time, and musicians can go into the studio and create. David left us this, and if anybody's ever seen the video for Lazarus, the Black Stars, I have a hard time listening to it because it makes me sad. It's a great record. It's too bad. I really like it, but I don't play it very much. But Bowie's Black Stars. Another one was Warren Zevon, terminal cancer. He invites a whole bunch of musicians in to help him make a final album called The Wind, which is a very cool title. And then the last song on the album is Keep Me in Your Heart. I mean, poignant as hell. But Warren. And one more of these kind of model and depressing is Greg Allman, another one dealing with his imminent demise. And he decides to make an album of his kind of favorite songs that all kind of deal with life and death. And this is an album called Southern Blood. Beautiful, beautiful record. For some reason, I can listen to this one. It doesn't bother me. Going, Going, Gone, the Bob Dylan song. Black Muddy River, the Grateful Dead song. If you ever listen to that. Willin' by Little Feat. And then finally, Greg kind of started his career as a singer-songwriter in L.A. and lived with Jackson Browne. And he was around when Jackson was writing some of the early songs. And one is, he did a great version of These Days, one of Jackson's best songs. And on this album, he does a song called Song for Adam, with Jackson Browne guesting on it. Song for Adam's about a friend of Jackson's who died in India. And there's that, sure enough, he fell off a mountain, jumped off a mountain. It's a very poignant song. And Greg Allman sings it, and at the end of it, I forget the line, but he's just about to say the last line, and he can't say it. He gets choked up. And rather than them record the album, the song, they left it like that, and you can hear it just at the end when you're expecting these last three words and they don't happen. It's emotional. Southern Blood, Greg Allman. How about dealing with divorce? Something a lot of us have contended with in our lifetimes. Beck, the great Beck. Beck is playing in Toronto with the Toronto Symphony Orchestra coming up. Man, would I love to see that show. I think he's just one of the great artists. And he did two albums. He did an album called Sea Change and an album called Morning Phase. They're partners. One is about his marital woes and divorce, and the other one is kind of trying to get through it and waking up and moving on. Beautiful, beautiful records. If you've never heard these, they're great. They're very mellow, low-key records. Fantastic stuff. I mentioned this the other day, Nick Cave's Ghosteen. which my buddy Alex is on a big kick about. Um, Nick Cave's lost 2 sons, and this album was created as a result of the pain. Very, very dark, emotional album, but so introspective. Nick Cave's is always kind of dark and introspective. And I got 2 more. Both kind of dealing with divorce, bitterness, anger, love, hate. Very emotional records. Fantastic records. 2 of the greatest albums of all time. One would be Bob Dylan's Blood on the Tracks. 1975, I believe this was released. And this album is supposed to be Bob talking about his divorce from his wife Sarah. I believe his son Jacob said that if you listen to this, he can hear his parents, the end of their marriage all through this record. Sounds like you're going to make me lonesome when you go. Idiot Wind. We're idiots, babe. If you see her, say hello. Just a brilliant, brilliant record from Bob. It's just one of those albums where you can feel the emotion in it. Every emotion that we all have is all wrapped up in that record. Fantastic. Last but not least, Joni Mitchell's Blue. Another album that's dealing with breakups and lost loves. Blue, the song Blue is gorgeous. The river, or just River. It's not the river. It's not Bruce Springsteen, but River. I Could Drink a Case of You. Beautiful song. I Could Drink a Case of You and Still Be on My Feet. The Last Time I Saw Richard. California, great song. This Flight Tonight, which Nazareth had to hit with. All I Want, My Old Man, Little Green, Carrie, kind of a minor hit for Joni, I think. And of course the song Blue. Yes, all songs written by Joni Mitchell. Fantastic, intimate record. Maybe I could call this intimate records rather than introspective records. Slash. But they're the ones I picked. I'm sorry to put everybody down on a Sunday. It's Father's Day tomorrow, and I'm expecting a couple of albums to show up today. My wife's going to give me tomorrow, or my dog's going to give me, because my wife's not my daughter. My son is sitting right here in the chair. There he is. Sits with me all day. He gets the easy chair. I get the couch. How's that? Eh? How's that for a dad? And yeah, so I hope everyone has a great weekend. I'm sorry if I brought you down on a Saturday morning. It'll get better. Take care.